oftentimes here in America, we'll hear stories about how there's no more room for immigrants. But yet, here we are in Arizona, where there is so much room. It is like more room than there is in the entire city of New York City. There is so much room out here. I mean, there is land that goes for miles and miles and miles and miles, and yet there's no houses, or there's no cows or horses, wild horses, or anything out here. I mean, there's plenty of land and plenty of room for immigrants. But for some reason, all people who come to America, they just want to crowd into the big cities and not move into the country or move outside. You know, if America would just populate or give away acres of land out here for homesteading, I think is what it's called. I mean, there's so much land. I mean, sure, somebody probably owns it, but they're not using it. It's just kind of going to waste. It's just sitting there. They're obviously not using it for baling hay or anything. It's just a whole bunch of nothing. And all this land could be populated by people. But no, we would rather crowd into cities and get sick. I mean, that's where sickness happens, when everybody's living on top of each other and super packed into big cities. I mean, New York City, yeah, it's huge, but you got like more people in New York City than you have in the whole state of Arizona. I mean, this is Arizona. I mean, it's not, beautiful green forest or anything, but I'm sure they got them, and there's plenty of room for everybody. So why don't we move outside of the big cities or make new cities? I mean, when was the last time a new city was made out here? I don't know. I really don't know. When was the last time we documented or had a new city built? It's like, somebody eons ago, 100 years ago or whatever, came in, claimed all the land, and now it's just not being used. I mean, what is the point? Why claim land that you're not going to use? There's no herds of cattle running out here. I mean, crossing Arizona, I've only seen maybe 2 cows in one big field like this. 2 cows. Just a bull and a cow. That's it. So, for some reason, that classifies as whatever. I mean, seriously, why can't we expand? Start new cities, build new cities, so that America becomes a home for everyone. Again, I mean, that's what the dream of America was. My ancestors came here. Your ancestors may have come here. Why does it have to be just why do we have to say no more visitors or no more immigrants? No, if people want to come here for a better life, they should be able to come here. And there should be multiple cities, more cities. I mean, there's beautiful land out here and beautiful places for everyone, yet for some reason we can't expand. There's so much I mean, so much land that is just sitting there. I mean, I don't know what they're using it for, other than trains. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. I mean, I hear so many Republican people talk about how America's full up. We can't take anybody else. That is absolute bullshit. I'm saying it here, I'm saying it now. I am from a family of Republicans. But America has got more than enough room for more people. We just need to build new cities. Otherwise, yes, America will stagnate and die. We are a young country, one of the youngest countries, because we've only been, officially a country for 200-300 years. I mean, places like England have been countries for millennia. China has been a country for millennia. So, yes, we are a young country, and we need to expand and build new cities and build more places for people to live. Because living in one giant location is not ideal. It's not ideal to everyone's sanity. It's not ideal for everyone's health. I guess sanity is part of the health, but whatever. I mean, honestly, there is so much space. There's nothing but space out here. I mean, I see businesses that have gone under just because there's no one out here. I mean, everyone wants to live in New York or Chicago or Philadelphia or Los Angeles, San Francisco, but nothing in between. I mean, there's so many places. It's not just Arizona. There's New Mexico. There's Nevada. There's so many places where there's not cities for hundreds of miles. I mean, sure, there'll be like a gas station and maybe a restaurant every 100 miles or 50 miles, but that's not a city. It's just a pit stop or a push stop, depending upon your vernacular or whatever. But yeah, I mean, we have so much room for more cities. Why don't we build new cities? And if this is all Indian land or whatever, technically the entire North America and South America were all originally Indian land, but I don't see Indians building cities where people can visit. I mean, you want to hoard your culture, you want all your culture to stay your culture and not share it, or you don't want people to take your culture, then show us your culture. Build a city, build a huge tourist attraction, and I mean huge, an actual city where people can stay in a hotel, not just a casino. I'm talking about a city where we can see everything. We don't want to hoard your culture. We don't want to take your culture. We want to be one with your culture. We are one people now. I mean, we're all human. We're all human. So why can't we be humans together? Why do we have to be separate? Why does everything have to be separate? I mean, we could be, the entire world could be one world, one nation, or, a bunch of individual nations. The Federation of Nations. Yes, I'm stealing that from Star Trek. We could be the Federation of Nations on our unique planet where everyone is different. Everyone is genetically different. Everyone is linguistically different. But we could be a federation of United Nations, united in growth, You know why there's no cancer, no pure cure for cancer? Because thousands of scientists are working separately on a cure for cancer when they could be united, working together from hundreds of different countries, working together to cure cancer, to keep little kids from dying. Why do little kids have to die? Because 1,000 scientists want to work separately, work together. You're human. Work together, support each other. Find the cure. I gotta put it into this video for now, but there's so much that we can do together as one people. Let's do that.